Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Kathy with you today on a gorgeous, look at the weather behind me. It is an amazing day. I'm enjoying some sunshine and it's January. It's still January and it feels good. So listen up. Today I want to share a little bit of a epiphany that I have had in terms of my success over the years in weight loss. So I had assumed for so long, because I had done so much and done so much work in terms of following programs to, count macros, count calories, do the portions, follow the workouts, do all the things. And I had always assumed that's where my final success was able to just come to fruition, right? And after I did some deep, just soul searching, and I've had this question posed to me a lot, like, when was it that you finally were able to just stop worrying about counting all the things, right? And worrying about how to break up all the macros and the portions and stop just worrying and just let go. And I started to realize that I actually let go a lot sooner than I gave myself credit for. See, I had been counting for so long that in my head, I thought that that's what eventually led me to where I needed to be. And then I just, one day let go and I was there, but it really wasn't that way. It was more about, I just learned how to let go. And what I can say first of all, if you are struggling in getting to whatever that number is on the scale, or a feeling or a weight that you feel good about, or a size, there is no perfect number one. So to be able to just let go of that was the most freeing thing. Just to understand that our bodies already have a set point, and our bodies and our minds and our lifestyle is going to bring us to a place that we are comfortable and happy with, right? And it doesn't come from the dieting and the deprivation and the counting and all the crazy negative feeling. It comes just from feeling good. So when I realized that I can feel good and move away from having to be so worried about counting and track and all these rules, and when I was able to just let go, I started to just move towards what felt right. And our life is truly a reflection of what we believe we are. Like, if we believe we are going to always be struggling with the weight, we will always struggle with the weight. But if we believe, you know what, I am going to find that place. My body already knows where it's going. Like, it already has that inner feeling and that intuition and whatever you want to call it. I know intuitive eating sounds so vague. So I prefer coming up with something else, but I really have nothing else to come up with right now. So I'm just going to call it, just listening to your body, where you're at. And that's going to change along the road, right? My body has changed the foods that I like to eat, the amounts I like to eat, the things I do for workouts. Like, over the years, I shift, I change. I don't always do the same things, and that's okay. Neither will you. We don't stay stagnant, right? We are always moving and evolving and changing. So we have to be able to move and evolve and change along with that. So where is it that you feel right now you're struggling the most? And when are you able to just let go? Like, just let go of the struggle. Instead of worrying, okay, I need to count, I need to get to that number. You hear the chimes? They're so cute. Instead of thinking that, you have to just get to the point of, I don't care what the number says anymore, and letting go of the power on the scale. Like, the scale has no more meaning to you. I know I was fighting so long to get to 135, and that's what all the charts said that I should weigh for somebody my height. And when I came down to it, I actually did at one point get down to 135. And guys, I was so unhealthy at that time. I was really, really at not a healthy place. There was a lot going on at that time. And in my head, I was like, hey, I reached 135, but I was not in a good space. I was not in a good place, and I didn't look good. And I got to that point, but I realized I can never stay here, and this is not meant for me. And then I allowed my body to just find its place, right? And it became through this evolving, like, of just me understanding what I should feel and how it looks like to eat the foods that I like and what feels right to me to not overeat or undereat or be hungry all the time or just feel happy, right? And have enough energy and feel healthy, And at the end of the day, we know what that should feel like, right? We understand that already intuitively, but we've never practiced it enough because we're always so locked into this idea of I have to get back on track. I have to get back on these rules. And I'm going to be sharing with you why that is so opposite of what you should do, because it really just leads you back to feeling miserable. And if you would just look at your patterns over the past years, I know for myself, I looked at my patterns on where I was throughout my life and my journey. And no matter what, whenever I was putting myself in this restrictive plan and mindset, I was miserable, and I never got to a place where I was happy. Sooner or later, maybe I'd reach a specific goal, right? I'd lose the weight or get to a point in my success. And I say this loosely because I never was feeling successful. I would revert back to my old patterns that didn't work. So it was like this restriction and then pull back, restriction and pull back. And I was always in this place of misery because in the restriction, I was miserable. And then the pulling back, I felt like a failure. So I was never really enjoying the process. I was never really enjoying where I was until the one day I finally did. And again, I really didn't even know that it happened until much later. And I realized it and I thought, wow, this is actually cool. I thought this had happened way later, but I just let go and I allowed myself to just follow what felt right. So instead of launching this new program that I've been promising people, like a program, I'm actually moving away from the whole program and the rules. And I want to share with you the shift. I want to share with you what it takes like to listen to yourself and what did that feel like, and is what I'm feeling normal, and how should I be moving through this, and what if I screw up, because we will. What do I do then? And what is the most important aspects? And how do I know when to change something up if it's not working? And all the, questions that arise. And what I'm doing is I'm putting these together in terms of a course for you to utilize and understand yourself. Right? And this works for everybody. Again, there's no rules. There's not one size fits all. It's understanding where I'm at, what I already know about healthy and good foods and movement, right? The things that I already know. How can I put those into the best practice for me today as I move through my life so that I could feel good? I don't have to feel restricted. I don't have to start another diet ever again. I don't have to feel like I have to restart or find motivation again. I'm just in it. I'm always in it. And I can always just shift something if it's not working, but I'm always in it. I don't have to restart. I don't have to reset. I never have to wait for a New Year's challenge. I never have to wait for another Monday or a motivational feeling or an event to kick in. I am always there, and I'm always on that plan, right? I'm always on my own path, and I keep moving my hand like this. I don't know why. I'm just evolving, right? So anyway, that is my little rant for you today, and I'm excited because this has been something long time coming. I didn't even know it was coming until late last year, and now I will be unveiling it for you to just utilize for yourself. And loud helicopter in the air, but I want you to succeed once and for all. I'll let it pass. I want you to succeed once and for all without ever feeling like you failed again, without ever feeling that you're not good enough to succeed, without ever feeling like you have all of these cards stacked against you. You do not. You are exactly where you need to be. You have everything you need already with you right now. You are in perfect position to get the best results for you now and forever. And you never have to struggle again, because the struggle all happened up here because of all the rules we were taught, and it's time to just throw those rules up in the air and let them dissolve. They don't matter anymore. They've never mattered, actually, to be honest, and it's time to free yourselves. So I hope this helps. I hope this gave you something to be excited about anyway, and I would love to hear any questions you have. Just post below, comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Enjoy your day, guys.